Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another Zoom meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of morality, charity, and meditation. Everyone who is welcome, everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We'll start with the first participant, which is Mechi Willy from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajaan. Today I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, Kwan Liman from Malaysia. Just got back from Wat Yan.
Yes, I got back yesterday night. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ajaan. I have a very peaceful and happy stay in outside and also inside within the heart. It's very peaceful and happy. Thank you very much.
No question, huh?
Not yet.
Okay. Professor Ken from Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Ajaan. I
have
don't have any questions at the moment.
You have a new
Sorry?
set?
Yeah, this afternoon I'm at home. This is my home.
Oh, this is your home.
Abode. Yeah.
Looks like the wall is not straight. It's kind of leaning or something.
It's up on the roof. This is the roof sloping.
I see. And this is your bedroom.
No, this is the main living room.
The main living room.
It's a long space good for walking meditation.
Oh, really? Good. Okay.
No questions at the moment, Ajaan. Thank you.
I'll go to Anura and Ramya from New Zealand. And then kind of late, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 2 o'clock. Good afternoon, Ajaan. I have no questions. Happy to listen at the moment. Yeah.
Same with Ramya.
Yes, Ajaan. Just listening to this.
Okay. Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajaan. I don't have any questions right now. Maybe later on.
Okay. How about Alfredo from Brazil?
Hi, Bante.
Hi. How are you?
Okay, Bante. My breath is better.
I see.
My anapanasati is better.
Anita, one day good, one day bad.
Yes.
Nothing remains the same.
Yes.
Things keep changing all the time.
Yes.
So you should be happy with whatever changes happen. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Because it's like the weather, you cannot control it, the changes.
Yes.
And
I practice with my mind, not my body.
That's right. Your mind don't change, it's just the body that changes.
Yes.
You might still remain the same old mind, the same old knower, thinker.
Yes.
You never get sick, never get old, never die.
Yes.
So,
Bante. Bante, please. You talk for other students that we have take care with social relations.
Social relationship.
Yes. I think the wisdom is have two sides, né, Bante? The wisdom is to get the wisdom is completely, né, Bante?
You have two types of wisdom: worldly wisdom and spiritual wisdom.
Yes.
So you have to know both. When you deal with the worldly people, you have to use worldly wisdom to deal with people.
Yes.
And when you deal with your spiritual you use the spiritual wisdom. Right? So it's different.
Yes. I practice alone, né, Bhante? I follow Buddha. I think it's more easy, né, to continue practice.
Oh yes.
But
go ahead.
But samadhi, many teachers say about samadhi is not alone, né, Bhante? Samadhi need wisdom, samadhi need sila, samadhi need metta, samadhi need dana, samadhi need a lot of things, né, Bhante? I know samadhi is in Upeka, in Forjana, in meditation, in completely calm, and the other level of samadhi, if you are a propósito, né? A focus. Is there two levels of samadhi, Bhante, or only samatha?
Well,
Samadhi is wisdom. The Buddha says, you not have samadhi, you not have wisdom. You not have wisdom, you not have samadhi. How interpret samadhi with other side, not only samatha?
Well, see, when you have samadhi, your mind is temporarily free from your defilement, your delusion. So you can see things clearly, see the truth of anicca, see the truth of the Four Noble Truths. But when your mind is cloudy with delusion, your mind cannot see the Four Noble Truths or the three characteristics of existence. So you have to clear your mind first, in order for your mind to see the truth that the defilement doesn't want you to see. See, the defilement don't want you to see a supra, for instance. Your defilement doesn't want you to see death, sickness. But if you have samadhi, then it's easy for you to see death, see sickness, see a supra, without having any aversion for them. But if you don't have samadhi, your mind will have aversion for death, for sickness, for asukha, and you will not be able to study the nature of death, the nature of sickness, the truth of sickness, the truth of death, and the truth of asukha. So you need to first to get your mind to be calm and clear from your delusion.
Yes, the knowing appearance in samadhi, the knowing.
Yeah, the knowing.
Appearance. Yes.
When your mind becomes peaceful and calm, the defilement cannot act. So you will can then study the nature of the truth of death, the truth of sickness, the truth of asukha, the truth of separation, which are something that people in this world don't want to think about, right? Normally people don't want to think about getting old, getting sick or die. They don't like to think about asukha, the unpleasant parts of the body. I think this is morbid thinking. Yeah. But this is the truth, the truth that will free your mind from your delusion, from the delusion that keeps deceiving you to think that everything is okay, everything is good. You never get sick, you never get old, you never die.
Yes.
And everybody is beautiful, good looking.
Yes.
This is the illusion working on the mind, to keep the mind thinking of just the good thing, the pleasant thing, and try to prevent the mind from looking at the other side of life.
Yes.
So when the mind has to meet the other side of life, the mind cannot handle it, the truth.
Yes.
The mind becomes depressed, the mind becomes sad.
It's easy to notice the asavas, né, Bante? The asavas appear. It's easy to notice. The people notice the asavas. The people notice that the things is not so good, né, Bante?
That's right.
It's need samadhi and wisdom.
Yeah. If you don't have samadhi, you don't want to think of the unpleasant thing of life. You want only to think about the pleasant things of life. So you forget that there are unpleasant things waiting for you around the corner. So when you run into the unpleasant thing, you don't know how to deal with it.
But Bante, the people want samadhi, but don't want to practice, né, Bante?
Yeah, they don't want to put in the hours. They thought they can just sit down and automatically will have samadhi right away. They have to work on mindfulness first before they can achieve any result from samadhi. You have to develop continuous mindfulness first before you can succeed in meditation.
Yes.
Okay.
Good, Bante, good.
All right.
I don't have. Yes, I have any problems with social relations, né? Any peoples don't like a lot of me, né? The peoples have a group, a panelinha, a group, and I not came to participate in several groups. I have problems, but
if you don't want anything from them, then you don't have to go participate. It's only when you need them, when you want something from them, then you have to participate with them. If you can live alone, then there's no need for you to go participate with anybody. If you have samadhi, you can live alone. You don't need to have friends, need company or activities, social activities.
Yes.
Because you're never lonely if you have samadhi. Even when you're alone, you're not lonely. And you don't want to be near people when you have samadhi, because people will disturb your samadhi.
Yes.
So you will prefer living alone. So if you can live alone, then you don't need to interact with the other people.
Yes. Less problem.
But if you have to unavoidably meet them or interact with them, then you do it with metta and compassion, friendliness. If you run into people, you say hello, how are you? But try not to stay close to them for a long time. Try to say goodbye, thank you, and goodbye.
Yes. Yes, it have things that we participate, né, Bante?
Yeah, you have to be nice
You
when you meet.
You have this group. You have this
people,
group.
you have to be nice.
You have the school. You have your students.
Yeah.
Is that group we have to participate? Is our karma, né, Bante?
Yeah.
Our family. Is our karma, né, Bante?
You deal with them with metta, with loving kindness and compassion. With the Brahma Vihara.
I try to have metta, but it's not easy. Bante, Ajaan Panawado. Do you know Ajaan Panawado?
Panyavato. He passed away already, right?
Yes. But he said that that we have to practice Dhamma, we have to practice Sila Samadhi Panya, not only metta. Ajaan Panawado not like it, a lot of metta.
I mean, you only do just metta when you deal with people. But when you're alone, you practice Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. But when you have to deal with people like your family, your friend, your tax collector, if they come after your money, you have to treat them nicely. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, but
All right.
thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Again, so. Okay, Kompine.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah,
No question, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Alexander Aroka. Arokaya Paramalapa.
Sadhu teacher. Yeah. Yeah, that is the first step to get out of
Having no signal is the best fortune. Arokaya
yes.
Paramalapa.
Yes. It's amazing what happened, teacher. I can erase all kind of sickness who come to my body for you. And of course is observing and karma together. So I learn a lot in Amazon with the Indians medicine, and through sport I learned to deal with my colon and things like that. But too long speaking. Yeah. But Ajaan Suchart said so also. He said, well, now you have to deal with the other khandas, not only the Arupa khandas, with the Arupa khandas, not only the Rupa khanda. And it's happened through this place, the sound of silence, is something that I find where I can place my mind, and then from there I can observe the rest, and it follow me all day on. Like now I can listen at this, and then I noticed that yeah, when we have a sampajana, it's easier with this. It's constant. The sound of silences follow us. It's just you have to be aware about it.
Yeah.
I'm asking if it's that correct.
Yes, if you have this awareness of the silence, then it means your mind, you have mindfulness, pulling your mind away from all the sensual objects. Normally, if you don't have mindfulness or sampajanya, your mind will be more focused with the sensual objects, like things you see, things you hear. So you don't hear the sound of silence.
Yeah,
And if you pull your mind away from the sensual objects, then you'll see the sound of silence.
Yeah, and then when I see my acting personality, and then I say, well, this one I cannot teach it. I can only deconstruct it. I can notice it, and I know that is just a phenomena through thoughts. So I think, oh, now we are thinking, is that useful or not? Then I say, well, it's just a phenomena, and I go back to the sound of silence.
Yes,
and,
everything is anatta. Just look at everything as natural phenomena. Even your body, everything is even your thought, your anything, they are natural phenomena. Anything that moves, anything in action, you consider them to be all natural phenomena.
It's components of delusion, of self-believing. I mean,
there is no self in anything. Self is only created by your delusion, the mind's delusion.
Yeah, to
say that there is someone thinking or knowing, this is delusion, when actually they're just thinking and knowing.
Yeah, that's what I noticed, and because when we are in the sound of silence, everything who comes wave, you can see it come.
Yeah, everything comes and goes. Once you reach the silent point, then you let go of everything. You just let things come and go, and don't have to react to them.
I'm very happy that I find this place, It's not only before I had the experience of the body disappearing, and that was what I first was behind, and after it, and it created stress by ignorance. But then later I let it I changed for just to get in equanimity. It was far enough. So walking or laying or sitting, and as much as I can. But as you know, I have to move physically, so I have to reorganize things here. But now it seems like everything is in place, and I can do very well here where I am. But I repeat, to have you as a guidance, a messenger, and Buddha as a teacher is. I don't need. I have no. It's difficult to say how grateful it is. Just this.
If you can remain still and happy, that's all. That's all it counts. Right? If you can be still and happy, then you don't need anything. Right?
Yeah.
That's the goal. I try to be able to stay put and not doing anything and still happy. Not doing anything, not having anything. Just only have the basic necessity of life.
When you said that the gym for a monk is the brush, so I bought two brush and to walk, huh? And that's our gym, because I used to go to gym to push my body to keep it
in shape.
Now I'm now I'm much more calm, because I had this in my head. You must not die before you reach the goals. You know, that's what I had. So then I was pushing. I was attached to the body condition. But you said very clear last sentence. A gym for a monk is walking and I remember brushing, and I'm doing that.
Walking and cleaning your house, do anything that is necessary to do. Washing your clothes, cleaning your house, sweeping, mopping. These are all workout. You don't have to go to a fitness center to do this thing. You go to a fitness center, you have to pay. But if you do your work at home, you don't need to pay, and you don't have to pay a servant to do the work for you.
No, yeah.
So you save a lot of money, and
Also, I can make donations also, and I already made contact with
normally
Ajaan.
Normally people, when they have money, they don't want to do their housework. They hire someone to do it for them.
Yeah,
and they have to go work out in the gym, and they have to pay for the gym also, pay for the servant also.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
Paying twice. Yeah.
It's absolute
for something that you can do for yourself and not have to pay anything.
Yeah, because we confuse to focus on meditation, that okay, then I don't want to do nothing, so you become like a rich child, and because we have, by meditating, we have no more so much, we don't expend money with other kind of things, so we have a lot of money left, and then we have the tendency to say meditation. I had it to so meditation first, so I'm gonna hire somebody to do what you just said. Actually is it's a very tricky thing to have money. Therefore, donation is important.
Right. Money can be a double-edged knife. It can be useful, and it can also be harmful if you don't know how to use it.
Yeah, it's I'm still a little bit attached. I feel it by the sure or the unsure, what to do, what not to do. But that what you said it keep me inside my quarters, and it avoid me of losing my sampajana, my concentration.
You need to be alone to maintain this sampajana. Once you're out and you're out and you are in touch with all the sensual objects, your mind will then be immersed with them in them, so you forget the sound of silence altogether.
Also the image, and when I close my eyes and I see the formation of image, I always say it's a phenomena. I'm observing how does the mind create the things when I am in the sound of silence. From there I can observe when I start to wanting to sleep, I start to have ghosts create my image, and then I say, oh, and then I come back very fast to the meditation, to the place, to the silence. So I start to identify also to this, because that's what I noticed, that I have to deconstruct by awakening is understanding, is not learning, is understanding by experience, by seeing that, by have contact with what happened. And it's this construction and not a construction of knowledge. It's the other way around, and therefore people by studying, only reading and memorize all the suttas, you have not you didn't get in touch with the knowledge.
No, the real knowledge you have to experience it. The real truth, you have to experience it. Okay, good. Let me go to some other people, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Ralph, from Hua Yai, are you in Hua Yai? Ralph.
Ajaan, Tanajan. I don't have any questions today.
Are you staying in Thailand in Hua Yai?
Yes. Nong Pru.
Nong Pru, okay.
Yeah. I was planning to come and stay at Wat Yan in January for 2 weeks.
How
Made arrangements.
How long you been living in Thailand now?
Well, I settled here since August.
August.
Yeah.
And you're from England?
Now from Australia.
Australia. Okay.
Yeah. But I was born in Holland.
In Holland?
Long time ago.
I see. Okay.
Yes. So I look forward to spend some time at Wat Yan in January. And
did you make contact with my assistant already?
Organized. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right. So you know what to expect, because we don't have electricity or running water.
I know. Yeah.
It's like camping.
In Australia, I stayed for a while in Wat Buddha Dhamma, which is near Sydney, which is in the forest as well. But the big difference there, it was very cold at night.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll be okay.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Next, Kok Seng from Singapore.
Greeting, Ajaan. I will ask my questions later on. Yeah.
Okay. Eugene from Taiwan.
Ajaan, good evening. I remember you taught us if we don't have enough money, we don't have to do donation. But if we have enough, we should do dana. But I have heard a story when Buddha's time, Mahakashyapa, he go to the poor people. Then an old lady, he only have a little bit food. But Mahakashyapa come, then old lady offer all food. She didn't leave any food for herself. Then the old lady passed away at the night. The second day, reborn to the heaven. So if this story is true, why should we, for example, I don't have enough money, but I offer and do the dana for other people, then maybe we will get good result.
Good result from what?
For example, good karma that pass away tonight, then go to the heaven tomorrow, just like a story.
You mean you pass away because you give up your food and you starve to death?
Yes.
Is that
If
what
we
it
do
is?
that,
Yeah, you can do that, and it means you have your mind is very strong, dedicated to giving. So you're even willing to give up your life.
But
this can make you become a sotapanna, because you're not attached to your body.
But it's very difficult, I think, because actually, if even we think we don't have a touch about ourselves, but when some moments, actually we still attach ourselves.
Well, each individual is different, so you should just worry about yourself.
Okay.
Because everybody has different ability to understand the Dhamma.
Yes, everyone have different ability to understand the Dhamma.
So everyone act differently.
It's
so
very
we cannot use one example of someone and then apply to everybody. It's the more specific cases.
Yes.
And you can try to see if you can do like that too, if you want. Starve yourself, give up all the food every time. You see a monk coming and you only have one plate of rice, you just give up that plate of rice to the monk. See, when I say that you don't give and you don't have anything, it means that's the limit of giving. You see, if you don't have anything, then how can you give? And there are other things more important than just giving. You have the sila to keep, the precept to keep. You have meditation to do. So that's what I mean by if you don't have any money, then you can skip the charity part and then concentrate on your morality and your meditation part. See, the purpose of giving money away is to prevent your defilement from using the money. Because if you have money, your defilement might want you to go buy something expensive, something not necessary to have. Or go on a holiday or something like that.
It's human nature.
If you give this money away, then you cannot do what the defilement wants you to do. Going after sensual pleasure. People usually spend money on sensual pleasure, right? Like go to a movie, go to a football game, and go to a restaurant. This is all sensual pleasures. And this is harmful to the mind. So if you can take away this money and give it to charity, then you're protecting your mind from being attacked by your defilement. And you're also developing good quality for your mind when you do charity. Your mind has compassion, have metta, have loving kindness. So it will be easier for you to keep the precept.
Yes, continue, keep the precept.
And then you can meditate. Once you can keep the precept, then you can then also have time to meditate.
We saw the Shila quality. They will very difficult to get the result of meditation. Even easy mindfulness, still very difficult.
Okay.
I still remember last Sunday, I ask Pa Ajaan, when we do Asubha meditations, then sometimes we will have bad feeling with some people who live with us. And your advice is we need to do the metta. Then I try. I have a feeling this week, for example, the summer, very, very hot. Then we feel very hot. We want to go some place, have air condition. Then we get into department store or post office or bank have a very strong air condition. At first, we feel comfortable. Then after that, we feel too cold and want to go out. And I do the metta, then turn to Asubha. I do the Asubha, turn to metta, just like this feeling. Feel hot, then get into some place, have strong air condition. Then too cold, then I want to get out. Have this kind of feeling.
Yes, this is to balance your mind, not to be lopsided. Sometimes when you look at something too long, it can cause you the mind to have problem. So you have to turn your mind away from that thing and look something the other way.
Okay, so it's normal.
It's normal. When you contemplate on a supra, you can either stop or you can use metta instead. It means you have overdose your medication. See, a supra is like medication. It's there to stop your sexual desire. But if there's no sexual desire, then you don't need to use a supra. Or if you use a supra and it turns out to make you feel bad, makes you feel unhappy, then you have to stop.
Okay, I see. I will try.
Like if you look at everybody as a supra, then you might hate everybody. Then you have to stop and say this is too far. The purpose is not for you to be hating people. The purpose is to stop your sexual desire.
Okay, thank you, Pa Ajaan.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Sri and Czech. You're just one flight from Bangkok, from Vancouver. They just started a direct flight from Vancouver to Bangkok, non-stop.
Do you know which airline is it?
Air Canada. Air Canada.
Air Canada. Oh, really? Bangkok is it close to you? I don't know, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's just a couple hours. If you drive, it's only 2 hours.
Oh, drive. Oh, then can we take a bus there or train?
Yeah, there are buses, train, and or taxi.
Taxi.
Limousine limousine. If you have money, you can hire a limousine.
Limousine. Limousine. There are limousine in Thailand.
Oh yeah, I think they also have helicopter services. If you can afford it, you can buy a truck.
Wow.
Thailand is quite advanced now. It's quite a lot of rich people. People make a lot of money from the new economy. They do business online and they're making a lot of money very quickly.
My friend just went to Thailand and she says to Bangkok. She says it's quite it's different, a little bit different because it's less people now in Bangkok and many stores closed down that she knows. Like she said, it's quieter now. I don't know, but that's her.
During the COVID, because people are no job, all the tourist industry, hotel business, they almost have to close down. So there was a lot of laid off employees, and most of these employees came from the provincial town, so they go back home.
Yeah.
So, but now it's reviving. Now tourists start coming back So the hotel now start to be operating almost full capacity now.
Same as the village, the hotel in your village, the hotel that I always do dana that you pass by that hotel.
Yeah.
They are also back to like they are almost back to pre.
Because now everybody was so eager to come out and spend money, because they have been locked up for two to 3 years.
Now it's the spending time.
Especially this month is considered to be high season, tourist season in Thailand.
Tourist season,
Okay, let's get back to our meditation business.
Ajaan, do you have a question?
Yeah, my question, Tan Ajaan, like for someone like who died very young, like if he or she like hasn't done any, like not a lot of karma, not a lot of karmic, like in this lifetime but die young, like so after death, like he or she, like his karmic will be based on previous life, or?
See, when you are born as human, at the time of birth, it means your good and bad karma are equal. It doesn't matter how much or less. But when your bad and good karma are equal, then your good karma cannot send you to heaven, and your bad karma cannot send you to hell. So you have to come and born as human. So when you're born as a baby, you are neutral, and in terms of karma, in terms of good and bad karma, they're about equal. But then as you grow up, you start to do karma. It depends on the situation that you are under. If you are living in poor conditions, you might be forced to do bad karma more than good karma. But if you're born in a good surrounding, good homes with money, then you're not forced to do bad karma. Then you're more likely to do good karma. So this you start to pick up as you grow up. But then also your old tendency will be the one will push you to do either good or bad karma. If you used to do more bad karma than good, then you'll likely be doing more bad karma than good, and vice versa. If you're used to do more good karma than bad, then you will likely do good karma as you grow up. This depends on where you come from before you become a human being. If you come from heaven, then you are likely have more good karma than bad karma, and so you will be likely doing good karma when you grow up. And the other way around, if you come from hell, from being animal, then your bad karma that you have done were more, and it will be the one that will dictate you to do more bad karma. But this can also be controlled by your parents, by your surrounding. Sometimes if you live with good parents, then they'll try to stop you if you're doing bad karma, right? And vice versa. If you live with bad parents, they might push you to do more bad karma. They might teach you how to steal, how to lie, because they think this is the way to survive as a human being. So it depends on many conditions that will cause you to start to accumulate more good or bad karma in this new life. But when you are born, you are neutral. When you freshly come out the womb, your mind is 50-50, 50 good and 50 bad. But you have tendency of good or bad. That is different. If you come from heaven, you have good tendency to do good. you have tendency to do good. If you come from animal or hell, then you have this tendency to do bad more than, and this will indicate the type of people you are. That's why we have different type of people, some good people and some bad people. Even if they're born from in the same family, the brothers and sisters can be different. A brother can be good, a sister can be bad, or vice versa. Because they don't take this from their parents. The only thing they take from the parents is just the body. The parents, they might look the same, brothers and sisters or twins, but the character is different. The character comes from their karma, the accumulated karma that they have done in the past. So you understand?
Yeah, I understand this part. Yes. But if baby is neutral, and then if baby like after born then pass away,
if the baby didn't do anything, then just come back and restart another round. That's all. You cannot go to heaven. I cannot go to hell. So I just have to wait for a new body and restart the rebirth process again. But if the baby should somehow did more bad karma than good, then the baby would then have to go be born in hell in the lower realm of existence before it can come back. It has to pay the debt of the bad karma until the good and bad karma becomes equal again.
Yeah.
Then it will come back and born as human.
Oh.
See, the good and bad karma that we accumulate, the consequence, they will burn out after you are born into the realm that your karma send you to. If your bad karma send you to a lower realm of existence, this bad karma will eventually burn out. The consequence of the bad karma will burn out down to the level of the same with the good karma. Then the bad karma, the consequence of this bad karma cannot keep you in the lower realm of existence. So you come back to the human realm. But your habit of doing bad does not disappear. It comes with you. It becomes part of your character. Your habit of doing good or bad does not disappear from your mind. And it will be the one that will keep pushing you to do good or bad when you are born as human. Is this clear enough to you?
Yes. Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Ajahn, may I ask? May I ask you? I have a doubt about the sanya being impermanent. If sanya is impermanent, how come like the Buddha and some people with psychic power can recollect like so many lifetimes? Like, isn't that sanya? Like,
Yes, it is sanya, but you have to use special power to bring it back up. Normally, you forget what you did yesterday already, right? What did you eat yesterday?
So that's what the Buddha mean by impermanent. But
yeah, impermanent. It just your memory keep changing from one thing to another. You think about this thing, then you remember that thing. So this thing keep changing. That's what it means by impermanent. It doesn't mean extinction or it means changing. Your thought keep changing. Your memory keep changing.
It doesn't mean extinction. It means change.
Yeah, it means change. Anicca means change. Like your body keep changing. See? From baby to grown up to old person and then to a corpse. And this is change.
Yeah.
But we sometimes interpret it as extinction, because when the body eventually reach the final point, it disappears, right?
Yeah.
But it's really not the extinction, because it's just the disappearance of the combination of the four elements that form this body. The four elements just go back to its original form.
Oh.
So the body disappears.
Yeah.
So nothing really extinct, because everything are made from the four elements, the five elements.
Oh. Right. Yeah.
Once you combine them, then the process start to keep changing, like a baby, like a womb. Right? When you combine the four elements of the father and the mother together, then they start to form, and then they start to keep changing, mutating from a single cell to a double cell to 10 million cells, and keep multiplying. This is anicca, change. Really, it should be interpreted, defined as change. Anicca is change. Nothing remains the same. Even right now, your body keeps changing. Last second and this second, the second before and this second is different already. But it's so minute, you cannot see the difference.
Yeah.
But if you take a photo of you now, and then 10 years from now, you take another photo and compare, and you say these two persons are different, right?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I think you already like point right away point out that it's my misunderstanding as like I thought that it is stored in the mind, and that means that it's permanently stored in the mind. And so you say it's changing, not doesn't mean extinction. I
That's
think you
right.
point, yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, is that all?
Yes, thank you,
Okay,
Ajahn.
now go to Malaysia then. Kafai Lim.
Good day to you, Tanaja. I have no question today. Thank you.
Okay, go to Singapore, to Belinda.
I have a question about the mind. Is it true as we meditate more, we are more sensitive to aware, being mindful to our defilement? So there's a sense of easily, it get more sensitive.
Yes, because the more you meditate, the calmer your minds become. Every time the defilement move, you can find the effect on the mind. The mind, when you meditate and you calm the mind, then the mind becomes like still water. And then if you throw a pebble into the water, you can see the ripple. That's what happens if your mind becomes calm, and when your defilement start into action, go into action, then you can see the mind rippling, the effect of the defilement. Then you know this is defilement. You don't have to ask anybody, is this defilement or not? Because when it starts to cause an adverse effect on your mind, you know this is defilement. So you need to have meditation to first make your mind to become still. When your mind becomes still, then when the defilement go into action, you can see the ripple, and you know this is defilement. But if your mind, if Dhamma go into action, there's no ripple on the mind. Okay.
So when the mind gets sensitive like this,
Then you can get rid of your defilement easily. See?
Do we do more exercise, or we should continue watching,
You
or
should
we
keep,
minimize contact with people?
you have to constantly keep your mind still, keep the water still. So when the defilement go into action, then you can see it. Because if the mind is not still, there are so many other ripples, so you don't know which is which. That actually they are all defilements. If you have any ripples in your mind, they are defilement, but you're so used to them, so you don't know that they are defilement.
That like including, I feel stressed, then I distract myself with
You feel
food,
depressed, you feel stressed, you feel any feeling bad from your mind is the consequence of the result of the defilement action.
So if you feel that I like habits like finding good food to eat, or like distract the mind to sense pleasure. So if it's very stressed, if you feel very stressed out to meditating, would it be best we take a walk, or we do some exercise like some yoga to balance out, Tanjan?
No, as far as the mind is concerned, you don't need yoga or exercise. You need meditation. You need mindfulness and wisdom. But with the body, you might need exercise.
So I do mindful body exercise like yoga, or mindfully walking, mindfully do long distance walks, and let the body perspire. Would that be a better alternative to cope, and probably cut down on social interactions?
Well, you have to find out for yourself. But if you want to cure your mind from stress, you need mindfulness. You have to calm it down. And you can do mindfulness in many different ways. You can wash the toilet, you can sweep the floor, and you can have mindfulness. You don't have to go walk in the park. Go walking in the park might, instead of getting rid of your stress, they're increasing more stress, because it's your defilement that wants to go to the park.
It's feel more like better sense pleasure, no?
Yeah, sensual pleasure. And when you come back inside the house, then you feel depressed again, because you. But if you work inside the house without going out, mopping cleaning up your house, cleaning your clothes, or doing whatever work with mindfulness, then your mind can become calm and peaceful. But it's not the work, not the physical work, it's the mindfulness that you. But sometimes you cannot sit and meditate. So you might have to do some work. You want to move around. So move around the house, do some work. Or walk around the house if there's no work to do. Walking meditation, walking mindfulness. Mindfulness walking, let's put it that way. But the goal is mindfulness, not the physical part. The physical part is just something to accompany your mindfulness. So if you feel depressed, it means you don't have mindfulness. Your craving, your defilement is causing this defilement, this depression or this stress. So you need to do something with the mind. You can recite a mantra, you can watch the breath, you can watch your body action. Or you can chant, you can do chanting. This is a method of bringing up mindfulness and stopping your defilement from from getting into action. Stop your defilement this way. Okay.
Thank you,
All
Taja.
right. Next, Alvin Lee from Malaysia.
I have any question at the moment. Thanks. Just listening.
Okay, then Gary from Singapore. Cannot hear you, Gary. Your microphone is not working. You have to go to your microphone setting and get the right microphone. Maybe the microphone you're using is not the right one. Check on the bottom left corner with the or else you might have to go out and come back in again. Can you say something? No, cannot hear you. No sound coming from you. Okay. I'll go to Diana first. Diana from Wales. You have a Polish name, huh?
Yes, my husband's father was Polish in the Free Polish Army during the war.
Oh, really?
In Scotland, up in the Orkney Islands. Yes. My son is still in Phuket.
Still in Phuket.
He went to the big Buddha temple.
Uh-huh.
And he had a blessing from the monk. And I told him you said it was worthless, but he said he felt much more peaceful.
Yeah, it's psychological.
It was nice. He went. Yeah. I did have one thought I wanted to ask you. Many years ago, when I was a young student nurse, I was with a lady who was very ill, and her husband was there, and he'd called me over because she was at the end of life, and he said, I was listening to her heart, and he said, oh, she's gone. And I was like, no, she's not gone, her heartbeat's still going. But then her heart stopped, and it was just quite a strange experience because he knew she'd gone before her body died. And I wondered about when we were talking about consciousness coming into the body and when it leaves, what do you call it? Because you don't call it a soul, do you?
Calling what?
You know, when consciousness leaves the body.
Yes.
You don't call it a soul.
A soul. No, the consciousness is the mind. See, the mind is connected to the body with the stream of consciousness from the mind. There are 5 streams of consciousness that connect with the body. It goes and connect with the essential organs, like the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body, in order to receive sensual objects, so that the mind can enjoy, experience. It's like a cord that you plug into the power. Like you have a computer, and so you have to plug in your computer to an electrical outlet. And this cord that connects the computer to the electrical outlet is called consciousness, according to Buddhism. It's part of the mind ability to have this ability, to connect to a body with the sensual organs. So when the body dies, then this connection just becomes severed, becomes separated, disconnected. The mind still remains intact, the same as before, but it will then be under the influence of its own good or bad karma. It's like when you go to sleep, when you go to sleep, the body goes to sleep, the mind disconnect, the consciousness disconnect temporarily from the body. And then the mind lives alone and then find pleasure by the karma that it performed during when it's not sleeping, when it's awake. And then it remembers all this action, all these things that happened, what it did, what it do, and then it's sort of like replaying something that you go to a tourist destination and you take photographs or you take movies. So when you come back home, you run it again to reminisce what your past experience. And this is what happened when you die or when you sleep. Your mind just reminisces on the past experiences, good or bad. That's why you have good dreams or bad dreams. That's because of your good or bad karma that you did when you're not sleeping, when you're awake. And this is the one that contributes to your mind's status when you die, when the body dies. If you have good dreams, you call the mind is in heavenly status. If you have bad dreams, then the mind is in a hellish status. And this will eventually burn out. Eventually, this good or bad karma will then burn out. When it stops, then you are eligible to reborn as a human again. Then when you get a body from your past, then you reconnect with a new body and start the same old process again when you're born. Doing the same thing that you used to do. What you used to like, you still like it. What you hate, you still hate. What you like to do, you'll do what you like to do, and you avoid doing what you don't like to do. See, the mind doesn't change by the death of the body. It can only change by your action, by your forced action. If you know drinking is bad for you, then you have to force yourself to stop drinking. Then eventually you will never drink again. Once you stop, if you could stop and not drink, then eventually you will not be drinking anymore. But if you keep drinking today, then you'll drink tomorrow, day after tomorrow, because it's part of becoming a habit. But you can change habit, but it's difficult as well. It's painful when you have to change your old habit, especially your bad habit. Your good habit, you don't have to change. You can nurture it, you can foster it, make it better, make it more, do more of the good habit, like meditation, keeping the precepts of mindfulness.
Do we know how the karma rebalances after we die?
It's just like a fuel that once you like a match to the fuel or burn until it runs out. Since you in your mind you do, someday you do good karma, someday you do bad karma. So this good and bad karma accumulate, but they are in separate section. Good karma on one side, bad karma on another side.
Yeah.
And then when the body dies, then the good or the bad karma will then take control of your mind, whichever one is stronger. If your bad karma is stronger, then your bad karma will then take control of your mind and cause havoc for your mind, cause suffering for your mind. If your good karma is stronger than your bad karma, then your good karma will take control of your mind, create peace and happiness for your mind, and create good story, like when you good dreams. When you die or when you sleep, you enter into dreamland. Really, that's what the mind, the spiritual world is a dreamland. And if you have good karma, then you'll be creating good dreams for you. If you have bad karma, if your bad karma is stronger than your good karma, then your bad karma will produce bad dreams for you to experience until this run out, like fuel, like gasoline you put into a tank. After you drive for a while, eventually the gasoline will run out. Then the car stop running, right? Same way with good karma and bad karma are good and bad fuel that drives the mind into good or bad status, bad states, good or bad states. But this fuel will run out eventually. When it runs out, or when both becomes neutral, what become equal? If your good and bad karma become equal, then they cannot take control of your mind. Your good karma cannot take good control. Your bad karma cannot take control. So you're ready to take a new human body, rebirth.
Thank you. That's really interesting. It makes sense.
And this is going round and round and round. The number of births that we have, rebirths that we have is countless. We can measure it by the number of tears we shed. The Buddha said that tear we shed from our suffering is more than the water in the ocean, than the amount of water in the ocean. So you can see how many rebirths you must have, to shed that so many tears to fill the ocean. So our suffering is long lasting, and we can only end when we meet the Buddha or his teaching or his noble disciple. Then they will teach us that we should stop our craving, because this is the one that drives us to keep on reborn. Okay.
Yes, thank you. There's lots to think about. Thank you.
Okay. I might be wrong, I don't know. So you have to practice to prove this yourself. Thinking about it itself is not enough. You know?
No, it makes sense. I like the way you talk about the fuse and it will burn out. Yeah. And I think for like people that we care about who have died and who have done bad things, in a way that rebalancing, it has to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah. Good or bad, you eventually will.
Yeah.
You will use it out, expire by usage. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, Evie from Indonesia. Evie, you look different today. What happened?
I sit in my room, Ajahn. No sit outside. Ajahn, I feel so lazy now, Ajahn. How can it be? I feel that my meditation endurance is decreasing. Before I could do in 3 hours, but now it's only 1 hour. I'm so disappointed in my situation. Like something is making me uncomfortable, so I cannot.
You should look at laziness as being something harmful to your mind, because it will obstruct your development of the Dhamma. When you're lazy, you cannot develop any Dhamma.
Yeah. How to conquer the laziness, Ajahn?
I
know I am lazy now. I know.
By being industrious. By being industrious. By being not lazy.
Yeah. But it's very hard.
Keep yourself busy, doing something. Keep doing something. Walking, sitting, meditation, reading Dhamma books or something.
I lazy to meditate, Ajahn. If I want to meditate, I always find another activity to do, like avoid the meditation, like something like this, Ajahn.
Well, it means you don't have enough mindfulness yet. So do walking meditation. Do develop more mindfulness. Try to keep reciting mantra all day long.
So I feel this is defilement. The defilement is find the other activity to avoid the meditation. This is not good. I know this is not good, but I follow the defilement, and this is very stupid. How Ajahn? How can I come back to 3 hours meditation and again?
Well, at least you know they're stupid. So that's
No,
a
this
good
is
starting
stupid.
point. And you can tell, do you want to be stupid or you want to be smart? If you want to be smart, then you don't want to do stupid thing like being lazy.
Yeah. Take this stupidity as the point not to do again. Okay,
Also look at it that you're wasting your time, you precious time. That can run out anytime. So if you don't take advantage of the time that you have now, you might be sorry sooner or later. You might have no time to do any practice.
Yeah.
Consider the termination of life.
Determination, yeah. I think so many yogi will face this situation, yeah, Ajahn. Not only me, all right. The
Well,
laziness
different people
will.
have different tendency. So some people are more lazy than another. Some people are less lazy. But
now
yeah, we
I
have
face
a certain degree of laziness.
now I face the lazy. Now I face the laziness, and the laziness is suddenly arise now, and
Then you have to see that the harm of being lazy. Laziness is bad for you, harmful to you. You should look at it this way. Laziness is like your enemy that you want to kill, you want to get rid of. You don't want to support your laziness.
yeah, I must
So as soon as you feel lazy, stand up and start walking meditation or do something. Get into action.
Yeah. Cannot defeat by laziness. Okay.
Start chanting it to be so 50 times, 50 rounds.
50. 15 or 50, Ajahn?
50, 100, as many as possible. The more you chant, the less lazy you become.
Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow I
Okay.
start. Okay, Ajahn. Thank you.
All right. Ricardo, you just came in, huh? From Uruguay.
Yes. Yes, Ajahn. Nice to see you. Nice to talk to you. Thank you for your teachings.
Where have you been? You've been away for a few weeks.
A retreat. A retreat. Yes, with a teacher from California named Andrea Castillo that came here to our country, and we had a retreat with her on the Paramitas. Paramis. It was very good.
Is he among a layman?
She's a layman.
Oh, she's a layman. She's a lay lady.
Yeah.
A lay person.
Right. She practiced with Bhikkhu Analayo. Yes. Yes. From Germany.
Ajaan Suchart disciple.
Right. And it was a good practice, I think so.
What paramita did you practice? Metta, Dana, Sila?
Yeah, the 10
paramitas.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Yeah. That's very good. I thinking about you. I went to see the bridge, the round bridge.
The round bridge. Actually, go to see it. Actually, see the real
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I've never been there.
It's close to
So
your home.
yeah, about 800 kilometers from here.
800 kilometers.
100.
100 kilometers.
So I
So
took some pictures. I will send it to you.
okay.
And I will be there in Pattaya in January 7th, I think, or 8th.
Okay. Next month.
So
1 month
yeah,
from
I
now.
will. Yeah, I will write to your
Assistant.
assistants.
And
So I
you
will
can then the mom will tell you what to do, what to expect.
Okay, thank you.
You
Thank
coming
you.
alone or coming with your wife?
Yeah, my wife is going to be on the temple also. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yes, she likes to be there too. Although she doesn't understand too much. I have one question that is I haven't find. I'm doing a work for the I'm studying on the University of Rovira that is in Catalonia, Spain. The course is called Early Buddhism, and it takes just the teachings from the Buddha, and it's a very good course, and I feel very glad that Spain is getting the Buddha's teachings on the university. And there I will try to write an essay about where the karma is stored. Is there a place where the karma is stored? And I've been searching text from the Buddha about what he says, and I'm asking you,
It's
is
stored in
there
your
a
mind.
place?
In your mind. Everything you
Okay.
did is stored, and the consequence of your good or bad karma also appears in your mind.
Okay.
When you feel bad, you're facing the consequence of your bad karma. When you feel good, you're reaping the consequence of your good karma.
Okay. Okay.
Simple. It's all in your mind. It cannot be stored anywhere else.
Okay. Okay. Never thought about that, and I was looking, whoa, and I never thought that it's logical. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's like looking for the glasses you put on your head, and keep looking, where's my glasses? Okay. So you need somebody like the Buddha to say, look at your mind. Everything is stored in your mind.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Next, Vandana. Vandana, where are you from? You have to unmute. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, can hear you now.
Yes. Good morning, Ajahn. This is my first time. I live in California.
California. Where? South or north?
I live in Santa Clara. It's a
Santa
Bay
Clara North.
Area.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm so fortunate we got to know about you. So I'm listening to your wisdom. I fortunately, I just woke up. It's around 5:45, and then I happened to click on Facebook and I saw that you are live. So I thought, okay, I should join the meeting because I've been waiting for this opportunity. And I just wanted to know how often this Zoom meeting happens, so I
Every
can
week, every Tuesday.
every Tuesday
Yeah,
morning.
Tuesday morning for you. It's Tuesday now, right? Morning.
Yeah, it's Tuesday morning. Yes,
Okay.
yes. So I will prepare my question for the next time. I just love hearing everybody and you giving your wisdom, spreading your wisdom. So thank you so much, Ajahn. I'll save my questions for later.
You have any places to go to study in California?
Yeah, we have a Zen center in Sunnyvale, and yes, but I'm a kind of from both. So I started Mahayana Zen tradition, Chinese, and then now I'm into Theravada a lot because I started listening to Ajahn Braham, and then now we have some monastery in and it's in Seattle, Washington. They are new teachers, but from Ajahn Chah's disciples, and Abhyagiri monastery also here. So I wanted to visit that. I'm a new, I would say I'm new to the path because 2 years ago I came into contact with Buddha's teachings and I fell in love with Buddha's teachings. And since then I've been meditating and also listening to all the teachers I can get. Like every day is a new, maybe mostly Theravadas. So I find it very connecting to my heart because maybe I'm from India, so I can connect more with Theravada and Thai teachers. But I'm so blessed to learn every single day, and meditation is my daily routine, early morning and in the night before I sleep. And I have been having some experiences. If you give me permission, I can share.
Sure,
and,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's some kind of sound in my ears which stays 24 hours whenever, and mostly it started happening since last year that my eyes would close by itself, and then I had this it's like I go into that state where there is nothing and my mind becomes blank because I'm a college professor, and my mind becoming more clear now. It's like everything just is so clear that I don't even have to prepare my lectures anymore. And it's interesting that I'm being mindful in every minute, and I don't remember many things from past. So that's affecting very it's blessings, but also I feel that I can now feel every sensation of my body. For example, my mind, my facial area is always have some vibration. It's like something is moving there, like a wave in mostly in my forehead and then my eyes. And whenever I close my eyes, like some in the ocean waves, fast waves in the ocean, it's like moving. It's like circular motions. And now I can mostly whenever I sit for my meditation, my body goes up front. It's like straighten up. Somebody's pulling it up. And then it becomes so straight that my head start to move upwards like this. And then it goes so back that it start to hurt at the point. Then I had to bring it back. And at that point I have to open my eyes because it's and my eyes has water in it, and I can feel that everything is calm, and I had to just end it. So I feel like that my meditation time is sticking to 45 minutes to an hour, but at that period of time after that I'm ready to go with my day. And then whenever I feel like but my mind's whenever in the middle of the activity, even if I'm watching TV, my mind go into that state that I have to close my eyes. I can't watch TV anymore. Then I have to just stop and then sit. So it's been happening regularly, and it's my work is going fine. Everything is fine. I just having this bodily sensations, which I thought I should ask someone, and I'm so blessed that I found you through a friend. So I thought I should ask you. Thank you so much, Ajahn.
Well, I'm not sure when you meditate whether you are using something to anchor your mind with or not. like your breath or a mantra. You need something when you meditate, because if you don't, then your mind can roam about freely and creating all these experiences for you to experience, which is not the right type of meditation. The right type of meditation is you have to be mindful constantly with an object, something like your breath, to prevent your mind from creating all this phenomena, and to bring your mind to calm and emptiness. So if this is happening, I think your meditation is going on the wrong way, wrong path. Try to meditate with your mind focused on your breath. Close your eyes and keep watching your breath at the tip of your nose. The Buddha called this anapanasati, the watching of your in and out breath. You have to have something to anchor your mind, to prevent your mind from going into free roaming, So, or else if you don't, then your mind will be creating all these experiences. Okay, where are you now? Okay, you raise your hand and go ahead, turn on your microphone if you want to say something, Vandana.
Yes, Ajahn. So I started with the anapanasati, the mindfulness of breath. And that's what I do now also, but slowly it feels like there is no breath. So my mind, of course, start to go towards those bodily sensations. Whatever is moving, like my forehead, something is there. It's like this.
I think you should stick with your breath and just keep
Yeah.
watching at the tip of your nose. Stay at the tip of your nose. Don't go to other things.
Okay. Yes. I'm trying my best to stick to the breath. It's like, but the sensation is taking me. Yeah. But you're right. I should again come back to the breath, because I cannot see the breath anymore. It's like nothing is there. So my nose, you can see that, like, it goes up. It's like I'm breathing from here rather than here. So the tip is like starting from here. It's the end. And I can completely feel those bones, and then it's going and coming from there. So it's like, I think it's just my mind's delusion. Mind is showing me something which is not even there. So I will try to focus on my breathing. Thank you so much, Ajahn.
Okay. Fine. Who else is next? Rusli from Indonesia.
Evening, Ajahn. I don't have any question. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. How about you, Disaya from Thailand? You have any question?
Good evening, Ajahn. I am here for listening. I have no question today.
Okay. Sulan from Singapore. Sulan,
Yeah, hello, Ajahn. Yeah.
you speak a little bit louder.
Oh, okay. Hello, Ajahn.
Yeah, okay, better.
Yeah, nice to see you again. I see that your background lighting has some changes today.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I used a different light.
Oh, okay. No
Normally
wonder.
I turn it on the ceiling light. Today I turn on the lamp behind my back. I forgot all about it.
Oh, yeah. I thought today that you look like you got a glow on your face. Yeah, especially with the lamplight shining on you.
Okay, you have any question?
Yeah, like just now, I think there was a lot of there was a lot of conversation about karma. Then I was just wondering, how about if someone is feeling sad, then would that be considered reaping the fruits of past karma, or would that be considered the person is creating new karma for the future?
Sometimes they are just the present karma. If you're experiencing something now, it might be caused by your past karma, or it might be caused by your present karma. When when you start to have cravings and you feel bad, then this is your present karma.
Mm.
If you stop your craving, then your bad feeling will disappear.
Mm. I see. Okay. Mm. Mm. Okay.
So you can create good karma by meditation, by mindfulness. This is considered good karma.
Mm.
Try to be mindful, stop your mind from thinking.
Mm.
When your mind cannot create any karma. When you stop thinking, then karma stop temporarily.
Mm. Yeah. I think I observed that too. Like when I'm very focused on my task or like on my work, then there's no time for the mind to run about. But whereas if the mind is allowed to run about, then yeah, it does create some like I think troubles, more like frustrations and all that.
Yes, most of your problem arising from your thought, your thinking. If you can stop thinking, then a lot of the problem will disappear. Okay.
Yeah.
Just try to, when you feel bad, try to stop thinking by chanting or reciting a mantra. Then eventually that bad feeling will disappear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
right. I think we'll go to Facebook now for more questions if there's any.
Yes. Yes, there are 3 questions from Facebook, and first 2 questions from Ai. Namaskaraท่านอาจารย์ Buddha said, whoever see the Dhamma, see me, the Tathagata. Whoever see the Tathagata, see the Dhamma. What is the meaning of this statement, and is it only for enlightened people? Thank you.
Yes, seeing the Dhamma, this has to be the level of Sotapanna. Sotapanna, see the truth, see the Four Noble Truths. That's what he saw from his practice in real time, not in theory, in real thing. See the minds being afflicted with dukkha, and seeing the cause of dukkha is caused by the craving of the mind, and see the cessation of dukkha by the practice of wisdom, by seeing the three characteristics of existence. So this is something that one has to see in real time, so that one then understand the working of dukkha and the cessation of dukkha. Once one understands this, then one can get rid of any type of dukkha that may arise. So this is what the Buddha saw in his enlightenment, and he's passing it on to us. So if we see this truth that he saw, then we know that the Buddha is the one who saw this truth. So it's like seeing him. So if you see the Buddha, if you see the Four Noble Truths, then you know that there is the Buddha. Because it's the Buddha who saw this thing and then he passed it on to us. Okay.
And the second question is, if we have something to give, which one should we choose to give, to our parents or to enlightened monks? Thank you.
It depends who needs them most. If your parent needs them most, then give it to your parents. If an enlightened person needs them most, then you give it to an enlightened person.
And the last question from Lion Fong. Dear Tanajan, I have observed that there are some monks who have ordained for several years and later on disrobe and struggle to find work and adjust back to society. In such situation, is it better for them not to have ordained in the first place, or is the time that they have been ordained accumulate karma for them to have a more successful monkhood in future life? Thank you.
Well, it's up to the person whether he wants to ordain or not. If he ordains, he ordains. If he wants to disrobe, he disrobe. What can you say? I don't think I can answer your question. I don't think it's necessary for you to know either. So you decide for yourself what you want to do. You want to ordain or you don't want to ordain. If you ordain, you have to follow the Buddha's teaching strictly. Then you will not have to disrobe. But if you don't follow the Buddha's teaching strictly, then you probably will disrobe because you will not succeed in your ordained life. In order to continue on your ordained life, you have to be continuously following the Buddha's teaching and not doing any other thing. Okay, is that all?
That's all. Thank you.
Okay, we have some more time left. Anybody would like to ask any more questions? You are welcome. Okay, Disaya from Thailand.
Tanatan, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. When I meditate, I feel like I don't have body. It's just only mind. It's like I'm in the emptiness. My question is, how can I live without four elements? How can I live without body? And I can't imagine how human or me can live without body.
When you sleep, you live without body.
Yes.
You live in dream. You go into dreamland. When there's no body, you go into dreamland. You have good dreams or you have bad dreams. Depend on your good or bad karma. If you have good dream, it's the result of your good karma. If you have bad dreams, it's the result of your bad karma.
Okay, Tanatan, in my dream, I think I can walk, I can eat, and I can smell, I can.
Everything, yeah, it's real. It's like real. It's like as if you're doing it with your body.
Okay. Okay, that's all, Tanatan.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
We have Gary. Gary. Yes, Gary. He just come back.
From Singapore, huh?
Right.
Okay. Gary, you want to say anything?
Ajaan, can you hear me now?
Yes.
And there's no questions for me. Thank you. Just listening in. Thank you.
Okay. How about you, Check? Do you have any more questions? Not prepared. You not prepared. Got a surprise attack.
Ajaan, I don't have a question, but I have it's on my mind that I was thinking. I'm not sure if Vandana would like your books. Like I can send it to her if she would like, because she's close to me, Ajaan. I have your book, Ajaan. I have like the Beyond Birth and Dhamma.
Would you like my books? My Nana Check will be happy to mail it to you if you send her the address. You can send it through the chat in this room. And use the chat function. And maybe you can send her your address, your mailing address, so she can send some of my books to you. But you can also read my books online on my website. You can download on PDF file on my website called prasuchart.com. But anyway, if you like the books, the hard copy, she will be happy to mail it to you. Okay, so you contact each other for the information, for the mailing information. Okay, Alvin, they raising your hand.
Regarding this breathing meditation, right?
Can you speak louder, a little bit louder?
Okay, sorry, Tanja. Tajan, regarding breathing, anapanasati, watching the breath at the tip of the nose. Sometimes when the breath disappeared and I still want to anchor to something, can I switch to mantra?
Well, I think so. If you like to, if you feel that you cannot use your breath anymore, but actually it can be counterproductive because the mantra can make the mind more active. When the breath becomes subtle, it means the mind is much more less active, less active. But anyway, you can try, or sometimes you can feel the breath somewhere else, maybe in your chest or something like that. If you can feel it in your chest, then you can shift the point of focus to your chest. But normally you should be able to stay fixed at the same point with or without breath. Just stay at the same point. Just keep watching that point. If there's no breath, just keep watching the emptiness, or watch if you're thinking or not. Watch your thought. Don't let your mind think. Just keep it merely knowing, not thinking. You shouldn't move. Better, shouldn't move. Just stay fixed at that one point, because it's nearly going to becoming still. So if you start moving, then you start the mind to action again. So just keep staying at the same point, even if you cannot feel the breath. Just watch the emptiness at the tip of your nose. Can you do that?
Thing is, yeah, it's tough.
See if you're thinking or not. If you're thinking, just try to stop your thought.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, Anura.
Ajahn,
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
yeah, Ajahn, hearing a sound while meditating still have defilements, isn't it?
It means your mind is still active. See? So maybe your mindfulness is not strong enough yet to prevent it from being active. So you can ignore it and then try to focus more on your mindfulness. Focus on your mantra. If you use a mantra, if you use your breath, keep focusing on your breath and ignore everything else that appears during your meditation.
That's the hardest thing.
Just keep focused on your meditation object. And anything appears, just leave it alone. Don't pay attention to it. Ignore them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Sulan again. Sulan.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn. I was also kind of reflecting. Like over the weekend, I was helping out for a Dhamma camp for the young students. Then I was kind of feeling a little stressed for some of the programs that I was kind of helping out. Then when on the spot we have to improvise, I don't know why I just felt very stressed, especially when I hear having to improvise on the spot. Yeah, then I will kind of get stressed out, even though actually what we were doing are like wholesome things to actually help to educate or share the Dhamma with the young ones. But I still felt stressed when I had to improvise or when we have to change things on the spot. Yeah. So
You're stressed because you want to give things in a good orderly manner. So when you have to improvise, you feel stressful. So you should try to avoid trying to control things. Just be natural.
Oh, okay.
Do what you can, say what you can. Don't try to force yourself to do something. Just try to be natural, then you will not be stressful. It's trying not to be natural that's causing you the stress. Try to be something, maybe a good speaker or something.
You mean being a good speaker?
Or whatever you wanted to be during that moment.
Oh, actually, I kind of like whenever I feel stressed, then I would want to hide, go into hiding, or like take a back seat. Yeah. So that also that also doesn't isn't that good, right?
Yeah, your stress is caused by your desire to be or not to be.
Oh, to
If
be
you-
or not to be.
Whatever you wanted to do at that time. Sometimes you want yourself to appear to other people as good, and you might feel stressful if you're not. So you should just forget about this desire to be, just be natural. And whether people like it or not, don't worry about their reaction.
Oh, okay. Then how to be natural?
Just say what you can say, and don't say anything. You cannot say anything.
Then like if I have the inclination to just stay quiet.
Just tell them I have nothing to say.
Oh, okay. That's true. Like I kind of find yeah, I kind of was like trying to say something and like trying to say something to kind of link it back to the Dhamma when we were kind of like executing the programs and activities.
Trying to be something when you are not, and this is causing the stress. So try to be yourself. Be yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything to say, just say, I don't have anything to say right now. And you can switch the conversation by asking question instead. Do you have any question?
Oh, that's so smart. I could have just asked, do you have any questions? Oh, yeah. Because sometimes I felt like I tried to like link it back to the Dhamma concept, to get them to be interested in the Dhamma. Then I kind of feel very stressed also, and it felt like it became like a one-way like download, like one-way sharing of what I understand or what I've learned. Then I couldn't really like engage in a two-way interaction. Yeah, so I should have asked them questions. Yeah.
Oh, just tell them you have nothing to say right now. Cannot think of anything to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But then there's also another dilemma when I want to say something, then I kind of like wait until everyone finish talking. But by then the topic has already moved on.
Okay, let's move on. You just move on with it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it became like a dilemma, like
Flow, you have to flow with the event. Yeah. Just flow with the event. Don't try to swim against the current.
oh yes.
Just go with the current, what's happening, just go with it. Just ride along with it.
Okay. Yeah, true. Then I just go with the current.
Yeah, go with the current.
Oh. So
blowing in the wind, don't blow against the wind.
Oh yes, blowing the wind. Does it mean that if I have something to say, then I should quickly say it?
If you can say it, say it. If you cannot say it, just don't say anything.
Yes. That's a very wise advice. Okay.
Okay. Okay, we have 2 more people waiting and we're almost running out of time. Coach saying, okay, you have to be brief because I have a
Yeah, Prajan, yeah, I'd like to seek your advice. Usually after lunch, when I sit down to meditate and like today, so it can be about just like today's about after 15 minutes, I feel going to doze off, and I would so when I realize I'm dozing off, so I will stand up and then I will walk for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Then after that, I will go back to sit and sit again. So I just want to check, is this and this also happens when I find that my mind is my concentration on the breath is not doing it's a bit difficult to stay focused on the breath. So I would also sit up and do some walking meditation and go back to sit again. So just want to check with Prajan, is this method that I'm doing, is it correct?
Well, normally when you don't sit and meditate after a meal because you become drowsy and your mindfulness is not strong. So you should do walking meditation instead. Walking until you feel that you are fully alert, fully awake before you come and sit again. Okay.
So, okay. So after lunch, I should start walking first.
After a meal, any meal, you usually you cannot succeed in sitting meditation when after a meal. You end up sleeping.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then in the morning, I usually I do not have this problem of wanting to doze off during sitting meditation using Anapanasati. But there are times after sit for about maybe 45 minutes or an hour, I find that it's difficult for me to keep my mindfulness on the breath. So I will stand up and then I will do a walking meditation for about 5 to 10 minutes. And after that, I go back and sit down to continue my Anapanasati. So is this method correct?
Well, you have to look at the result of your practice. If you get good result, then it's correct. If you don't get good result, then maybe it's not correct. You have to try. This thing is called trial and error.
Okay. Good results, meaning I'm able to stay focused and less thinking.
Calm, becoming more calm, feeling better. Instead of being restless or agitated. Okay. Okay, last question from Evie. Evie, you have one more question from you.
Yeah, Ajahn. I was curious when someone is about to die, the final state of mind really determines which realm we will go to, right? And that's why we have to practice meditation. And if we meditate with Anapanasati, which the anchor point is the breathing, when someone who is about to die has the shortness of breath, like of course, it is very difficult to adjust the state of the direction of consciousness at the end of this life, Ajahn. So what Ajahn respond to give this explanation?
Well, you have to practice until your mind is not attached to your body. So then when what happens in the body will not affect the mind. The mind will just remain calm and not hurt by what's happening to the body. So you have to do this before you die, because if not, when you die, you will become affected. Your mind will become fearful, become agitated, not calm. So this is why you need to practice, prepare for the eventuality.
So I think the Buddha is better, Ajahn, because Buddha is not depend on the breath, because the breath will be so softness when near the death, like like this, like this. So if we using Buddha, our mind still can
Yes,
chanting
you
Buddha,
you can use either one. Use Buddha, or you can watch the breath. Whatever the breath, whatever the breath is, just keep watching the soul. You don't have to force the breath to be normal. If the breath become abnormal, just know that it is not abnormal.
Yeah. So
the mind just a watcher, and the mind is not the one who breathes. And the mind doesn't have to act with the body. The mind just keep watching the breath of the body.
Yeah.
The goal is to prevent the mind from reacting to anything that's happening to the body. Just to be merely watching.
So if we want to use anapanasati, so we must really really expert when we near the death. We have to be expert first before our death day. Is that true, Ajahn?
Yeah, you have to go to some place where you might feel that your life is being threatened, and see how your mind reacts.
Because if we still like this, still cannot find the right way with anapanasati, it will be dangerous if we face the softness breath moment.
Well, this is just something that you have to find out for yourself, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
that's
you.
about it.
Yeah.
That's about all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting will benefit you somewhat and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
สาธุค่ะ
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ajahn.
Satu, satu,
Admin.
Thank you.
Good night, goodbye. Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Can I mean can thank you Kun La. Good night.
Okay, good night.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.